So we have a right triangular model where we have a car coming in this ways and a car coming in this ways, and they're going to meet here at this location. And we know that this vehicle is moving at a rate of 2 meters per second. And we know that the other vehicle is coming in at 4 meters per second. And we want to know how quickly this angle is changing at the very moment, at the instant when the car down here is 16 meters away from the corner, and when this car is precisely 12 meters away from this corner. So I would probably set up a tangent model. I would go tangent of theta equals, let's call this A over B, where we can call this A and we can call this side B. Right? Tangent, opposite over adjacent. So now, because the goal is to find d theta dt, the rate of change of the angle with respect to time. So we want to find d theta dt, which is why I created an equation that involves theta. Now, why don't we find the derivative of both sides? The derivative of tangent of theta would be secant squared theta times d theta dt by the chain rule equals. Now on this side, let's go quotient rule, because neither of these are constant. Both A and B are changing. So let's apply the quotient rule. So let's go bottom, derivative top, minus top, derivative bottom, over the square of the original bottom. Now, for secant, for this component here, for secant of theta, we need, let's see, so secant of theta would be the adjacent, or it would be the hypotenuse over the adjacent. Let's call the hypotenuse C. And if you go Pythagorean theorem on the 1216, you'll get a pink hypotenuse here of 20. So secant of theta would be hypotenuse over adjacent. And so this is what, 5/4? So here in our main equation, with the goal being this, let's turn everyone else into actual numbers. Secant of theta is 5/4, but that needs to be squared. And then we have times our goal, d theta dt equals, well, what's b? B is going to be 16 times a prime is 4. Because that's how quickly side A is changing. It's changing as quickly as the vehicle is moving. And then plus A is 12 times B prime is going to be 2, all above the square of B. And if you compute that, we get this here. And then if you multiply by a reciprocal, we get about 0.22 degrees for every second that passes.